Park is packed to capacity for a tie which would have made a marvellous final. Aston Villa, first ever winners of the League Cup 31 years ago, are the form team of the moment in the Premier League, 9 games without defeat. Their team, an exciting blend of steel and style, looks capable of winning a trophy this season. And tonight, they welcome back Gary Parker after injury. Dwight York takes the place of the injured Stephen Froggatt. Paul McGrath certainly needs no motivation tonight against his old club. There's no love lost between him and his former manager Alex Ferguson, and McGrath, described by Ron Atkinson as the best defender in the world, would dearly like to put one over on United tonight. The holders, who've reached the last 2 finals of this competition, don't know what it's like to lose at the moment. Only 1 defeat in their last 15 games. But they've almost forgotten what it's like to win. 7 draws in their last 9 matches. United just can't finish teams off. They're unchanged from their latest draw at Blackburn on Saturday. In charge is last season's FA Cup final referee, Philip Don from Middlesex. Well, it's 3 years this week since any club knocked United out of the League Cup. That's just 1 defeat in 17 ties. But Aston Villa tonight will provide really the supreme test of that marvellous record. Aston Villa in the claret and blue, attacking from left to right. Manchester United in their change strip of all blue. And the Villa Park pitch looking an absolute picture tonight. And a marvellous atmosphere. When this ground is full, it's one of the great stadiums in the game. Sean Teal, whose only goals for Aston Villa have both come in this competition, against Grimsby last season and at Oxford this, a 2-1 win which enabled Aston Villa to take their place in this tie tonight. McGrath's header clear, picked up by Parker, who missed the game at Oldham on Saturday because of groin injury. Now Houghton for Villa, given away to Ince though. Good work by the New England man, Paul Ince. He has Ryan Giggs to his left and finds him. And it's a deep-looking cross towards Hughes. And if he'd made proper contact then, Mark Hughes might well have provided a problem for Nigel Spink. Jimmy Greaves.
Yes, that was a great start by United. A good run by Paul Ince. Super cross by Ryan Giggs. Great to see a winger crossing from that distance. Good effort.
Steve Staunton. Parker. It goes to Atkinson, who turned beautifully away from Bruce and still has possession. Excellent play by Dalian Atkinson. He looks for Houghton far post, but drove the cross a little too hard in the end. But his contribution in the build-up then, really outstanding by Dalian Atkinson.
Yes, Atkinson on the ball here, but what we don't see is a superb 40-yard run by Ray Houghton. And the delivery was a little bit wanting, to be honest. I think Atkinson could have done a bit better than that.
Dean Saunders wins the throw for Villa. Houghton. Parker takes over. In it goes again to Dalian Atkinson. Parker once more. Good ball driven first time out to Staunton on the left. He's got room for a good cross here. It wasn't that good, but it has at least earned a corner, a deflection off Clayton Blackmore. First corner of the game then to Aston Villa, and Paul McGrath and Sean Teal, the 2 centre-halves, have come forward. It's gone in short initially to Parker, and now back to Staunton, who really drove that one powerfully, but not too accurately.
Well, it was a corner that I don't like very much because the ball's played away from the goal, and you can see the end result there.
This is Hughes. Parker. He's threading it all together again until Clayton Blackmore gives the ball away. Houghton for Villa. Keeps it moving to Saunders. Great run here by Earl Barrett on his outside, which gives him the room to cut in and find Houghton. Atkinson. Saunders. Good chance here. Well saved by Schmeichel. The first genuine opening of the game to Dean Saunders. who shakes his head as though to acknowledge that really he ought to have beaten the United goalkeeper in that situation. It's being played at great pace, and until that moment with great accuracy. But Teal has presented it straight to Ryan Giggs, and might live to regret that mistake. Ferguson. They have got players back behind the ball now, but here's Giggs again. Good-looking cross that was, an excellent cross, and Teal, who had initially made the mistake, made up for it with the headed clearance.
Yeah, they're getting down this left-hand side a little bit, and when Giggs comes out here, which hasn't been very often in this match, he's always looked dangerous.
Alistair's clearance, a good one, and Ince turned away from Parker. That's great play again by Ince. He's been the outstanding player so far for me, Paul Ince. Helps it on to McClare. And now Giggs, a lot forward in this attack for United. One of them here is Clayton Blackmore. Oh, that's a screamer. United's best attack of the game.
Yes, this was a good build-up by Manchester, and the ball was played back there to Blackmore. But I agree with you, Alan. Paul Ince has been the man of the match so far.
Good challenge by Richardson. Parker finds Houghton, who in turn finds Daly and Atkinson, and back it goes on to Saunders. Lovely chip. It was never going to beat a 6'4" giant like Schmeichel, but it was a nice touch of skill, not quite well executed. Well enough, anyway. Now Staunton. Richardson. Wants Barrett to move into space down the right. And he obliges. And on it goes to Houghton. And on further still towards Saunders, but Bruce gets it clear. Richardson straight back in. Bruce is there again. Excellent clearance. Now Ryan Giggs can get his legs going now and run at defenders, perhaps. Fine run by Kanchelskis. Hughes on the far post. And in it goes, too deep, but McClare keeps it in play. Barrett's clearance. Houghton under pressure from Blackmore. Now Ince with the shot. Oh, it was a good effort, and it dipped viciously as it neared the Aston Villa crossbar, but over, goal kick.
He's got to be having a good game, Paul Ince, when he shoots and gets close to goal like that.
Dean Saunders takes over and whips it in towards Richardson, far side of the area. Staunton then gets it in towards Saunders, and the shot taken in a hurry on the volley by Dean Saunders, well wide.
Yeah, the ball's been overplayed here, really, and I don't think it was meant for Saunders, but he's come rushing in, and it was an impossible situation for him.
Staunton knocks it along the turf to Houghton, who then presents it straight to Parker. And this is a break that looks interesting now for Manchester United. Kanchelskis leads it. Giggs and Hughes up in support. This is Hughes! Well saved by Spink.
The man who looks like breaking Villa down now is Kanchelskis, who's very fast, taking the ball down the line. A great ball back. Good shot by Sparky. This good save by Nigel Spink. Well positioned.
As McClare plays it back to Ince, that's a good-looking ball. And Hughes! And it hit the defender, and still Hughes almost got a second shot in. And in the end, McGrath gets it clear.
That was a great ball by Brian McClare, and a super ball back by Ince. And this is a sitter, dare I say it, missed by Mr. Hughes, because he just did not get hold of the ball.
Richardson breaks clear, and that's a good ball for Daly and Atkinson. And it wasn't a bad effort, in all honesty. I don't think anybody was really expecting him to shoot there. It's as well that Peter Schmeichel was aware of the danger.
As it happens, it was a good effort. This was a good ball by Teal, and Atkinson's run well for this. He showed well, brought the ball inside, and a good save by Schmeichel. He was alive to it.
Staunton. Tremendous effort that by Staunton.
I was going to say, oh, this ball ain't stopped moving. Maybe if somebody put their foot on it and stopped it and had a look round, it might be a little bit better. too far out for Staunton, this. Got to be a miracle shot to get in the back of the net. Good effort on the face of it, but you have to say, not really worth that while.
Giggs prepared to chase here with McGrath. He can give him a few years, that's for sure. And gets there ahead of him. It's a dangerous cross. Hughes! The best chance of the game for Manchester United. And Mark Hughes, the only man, apart from a penalty by Steve Bruce, who's been on target for United in their last 6 games. So close.
Yes, and Ryan Giggs absolutely caught Paul McGrath, and that was a good effort by Mark Hughes.
So Villa have possession again. Dwight York. Staunton. So little to choose between these two sides. They're on identical league record this season in terms of points won and lost. Houghton whips it into Saunders, and it's away from the line by Hughes. By Bruce, rather. And that was the closest Aston Villa have come to a goal.
Yeah, beautifully whipped in. I don't think it was going anywhere. Stevie Bruce has knocked it for a corner, but certainly a great ball in by Ray Houghton. Killer ball. Pity it wasn't finished off.
Corner then to Aston Villa. Richardson will take it. Schmeichel hesitated, and it's in, yes! Dean Saunders has scored! 16 minutes to go.
Yeah, it's a good corner. It's been driven right across. I don't know, Dean Saunders, I think there'll be an inquisition about the defending now, but he's got up and he's got the ball in. Great effort. Poorly marked, though.
United are not out of this one. The draw specialists of the Premier League must go forward now to preserve their long unbeaten record in this competition. The only match they've lost in the League Cup in the last 3 years was the final against Sheffield Wednesday, then managed, of course, by Ron Atkinson 2 seasons ago. And the holders won't give up their grip on the trophy lightly. It's really whipped in dangerously, that corner, and Pallister got the header in. Goal kick when Manchester United were claiming a corner.
Well, it was either cleared off the line or it hit the post, this. It must have hit the post.
Here's Ince. And now Pallister. Well won back, though, by Daly and Atkinson, and a good ball finds Dwight York. And on it goes again to Parker. This looks promising for Villa. Daly and Atkinson. Well, in the end, Schmeichel did the right thing and narrowed the angle for the big man. Good goalkeeping by the Danish international. The referee.
Yeah, good run. Atkinson, wrong foot.
And Bruce plays it forward, looking for Kanchelskis. And who else but Teal across to cover, but now it breaks to Ryan Giggs. Still time for United to force an equaliser, and that was a tricky little ball he played in then. The wrong side of Paul McGrath as far as the Villa man was concerned. Forward to Saunders. Ball's gone out of play. Aston Villa's throw.
No, he did extremely well there, Earl Barrett. That was a very good bit of defensive play. Well, it looks as though one's going to be enough, Al, like you predicted. And it could have gone either way. It just happened to have gone Villa's way, but it's been a very tight match indeed.
United keep fighting, keep going forward. Steve Bruce, their captain. And plenty of room here for Giggs. And in it goes to that crowd of players. Bruce got the header in. It hit Richardson and has gone for a corner.
Stevie Bruce is in agony there because he knows that he had a golden chance to equalise there and totally missed the ball.
And Schmeichel, of all people, has come up for the corner as Hughes heads it on. And then the header in, and it's saved by Spink incredibly off the line. And Schmeichel is still inside the Aston Villa half. He's on the halfway line now. Darren Ferguson almost producing the equalising goal then for United. It could still come here. Oh, McGrath headed against his own post. Hughes, and an amazing miss by Mark Hughes. An absolutely astonishing miss by Hughes when the ball came back off the post from what had almost been an own goal by Paul McGrath. Unbelievable incident that. And Villa have broken away and must feel now the gods are on their side. Well, that is one of the most astonishing double misses I think I've ever seen. Here's Richardson. On to Staunton. Parker denies him. Aston Villa get the throw. We are into stoppage time. Manchester United could not have come closer to denying Ron Atkinson his big moment. But it's Aston Villa who still lead. Staunton has the ball. And now Dwight York. They just want to keep it in this corner now, Aston Villa.
Tell you what, they're keeping it in that corner, but has he kept them in the game or what? Nigel Spink.
That's it. The final whistle has gone. And Aston Villa have beaten Manchester United, the holders and finalists twice in the last 2 seasons, by 1-0. A sporting handshake from Alex Ferguson for the man he replaced at Old Trafford, Ron Atkinson, who has achieved one of his great results in his short time here at Villa Park. And his record signing, Dean Saunders,